Kid podcast. I'm super excited about this week's episode because it's going to help give us a glimpse into the future. We've covered so many topics that took us back in history, like our episodes on dinosaurs and megalodons. In this episode, we're going to learn about a relatively new technology that is blowing up right now, and it very well may change the world in many ways in the years to come.
Double mailbag!
Double mailbag! Hi Olivia, my name is Irene. I live in Houston, Texas. I am 8 years old. My family and I love your podcast. We listen to it in the car, whether it's to a park or downtown or to Galveston Beach. Could you please do a podcast on 3D plastic printing? Thank you. Hi, my name is Kathleen and I am writing you from New York City. My 7-year-old son Jojo has started listening to your podcast and has really enjoyed it. He says he loves your podcast. His favorite episode so far is Pee and Poop, LOL. He wants to know if you all can talk about 3D printers. He says if you can make this episode, it will make him very happy. Hope to hear from you. Thank you for your time.
This is awesome! I can't wait to learn all about 3D printing for Irene and Jojo. I've used 3D printers before at camp, and they are amazing. Let's learn how they work.
We are going to do that in just a second. But first, what's the question of the week?
So, you aren't going to believe this, but 3D printers are capable of printing houses. You heard me right. There are families living in houses that were printed. The first family in the world to move into a 3D printed home lives in France. It's a pretty big home, measuring 95 square meters, or 1,022 square feet. A family of 5 lives there. The home has 4 bedrooms and a nice big central space. Can you guess how long it took for the house to be printed by a 3D printer?
Well, if the printer we have in our house is any indication, it probably took a really long time to print a whole house. Our printer can print a couple of pages a minute, after taking its time warming up and making funny noises for a few seconds. It's hard to even guess how long it would take to print a house large enough for a family to live in. Well, while everyone's thinking about the answer, let's learn how 3D printers work.
3D printers create objects that are three-dimensional. That's what 3D stands for. In order to be three-dimensional, an object needs to have a depth, a height, and a width. 3D printers work by printing objects layer by layer from bottom to top. The most common material used by 3D printers is plastic because it is so easy and cheap. 3D printers can make things using a lot of different materials too.
3D printers work quickly, and they are also very accurate. Now that 3D printers have been around for a little while, they keep getting better and less expensive over time.
The first step in using a 3D printer is to create a model on the computer. This can be done with something called computer-aided design, or CAD for short. For this method, you are using software on your computer to create a model, step by step using basic shapes.
There is a more expensive and likely more accurate way of creating a model, which would be by using a 3D scanner. So let's say you have something you want to copy. You can use a 3D scanner to measure the object precisely, saving the model on your computer. For example, let's say you had a Lego structure you wanted to copy. You can have a 3D scanner scan the Lego structure, all the information can be saved onto your computer as a model, then the model can be used to create a 3D print that's just about identical to the original Lego structure.
Once you have a model, it's time to send the details of the model to your 3D printer to start the printing process. Depending on how complicated and how big the design is, it could take anywhere from minutes to days for the printer to print your objects.
That's because the printer prints your object tiny layer by tiny layer, with each layer being about 100 micrometers thick.
100 micrometers is about 1/10 the thickness of a single human hair. That's insane.
But by printing an object so slowly, it allows 3D printers to be very accurate. If you've ever seen a sculpture before, they are created by sculptors using what's called a subtractive process. A sculptor might start with a huge stone and then remove parts of the stone until a beautiful sculpture remains.
Mount Rushmore is a good example. Mount Rushmore is a mountain in South Dakota, and the faces of 4 presidents were sculpted into the side of the mountain. The process took 14 years to complete. Sculpting something this way is called subtractive because you start with the material and then you remove or subtract some material until you're left with the final product.
In contrast, 3D printers use an additive process to create an object. The printer starts with nothing at all, and then, layer by layer, the least amount of material necessary is added until the process is complete and the object is fully printed.
3D printers are so cool, but they must cost a fortune.
That's actually not the case. They start at about $100 for a very basic 3D printer. A $100 3D printer can only print very small models, and they usually print very slowly too.
But don't get excited. You won't be able to build a house with an $100 3D printer. You would need a much bigger and more advanced printer for that.
Someone who wants a really awesome 3D printer at home might spend up to $1,000 for a 3D printer capable of building much larger objects pretty quickly.
But the fanciest and most sophisticated 3D printers, like the ones used for building houses, can cost over $1 million.
And don't forget, the prices we're mentioning are just for the printer. Any supplies used to create things will cost more.
So, just like you might need to refill the ink cartridges in your home printer, you will need to provide your 3D printer with the materials needed to make whatever it is you're creating.
Now that we've covered some of the 3D printer basics, I know a guy, get it, that has some absolutely crazy 3D printer facts to share with you. Here is Noah with 5 unbelievable facts you need to know about 3D printers. Take it away, Noah.
Fact number 1. You can 3D print just about anything, including food. 3D printers have been used to make chocolate and flat foods like crackers, pasta, and pizza. 3D printers are even able to make food similar to meat. NASA also uses 3D printers to make food for astronauts. Fact number 2. 3D printers have been used to print organs that are amazingly similar to human organs. Doctors and nurses use the 3D printed organs for training. Scientists believe that 3D printers will be able to print organs that can be transplanted into humans in the not-so-distant future. Fact number 3. This one is going to seem weird, but 3D printers have been used to print other 3D printers. A 3D printer is made up of a lot of parts, but it's possible to use a 3D printer to print each of those parts, and then assemble those parts to create another 3D printer. Fact number 4. About 90% of all the jewelry made today is using 3D printers. Making jewelry with printers is cheaper and less expensive than making jewelry by hand. Fact number 5. 3D printers will be used to build houses on Mars. It probably won't be long before humans colonize Mars, and 3D printers are going to help build houses on the red planet, which will end up being cheaper and safer than having those houses built by humans.
Those facts are absolutely unbelievable. I can tell you about my experience using 3D printers. We have a 3D printing activity at my summer camp. During the activity, we can design something to be printed by a 3D printer. I have a few things at home that were created with a 3D printer. I am going to post pictures on Facebook and Instagram if you want to take a look. One of those things I made was a star with my name on it and the name of my bunk that year. In order to make it, I selected the star shape, and then I was able to add text to be added on top of the star. So, basically, my name and the name of my bunk was a layer on top of the star, so it looks like it's popping out of the star. It's so cool!
How long did it take for the star you created to be printed using the 3D printer?
I'm not really sure. I had to return after a couple of days to pick it up, so I know it probably took a little while.
Well, can you imagine how long it would take to print a house for a family of 5? Let's answer the question of the week. How long did it take to print the first 3D printed house that a family actually lived in?
It took a total of 54 hours to print. That's just over 2 days. To be fair, contractors were still needed to add windows and doors and work on the roof, but nearly all the work was done by a massive 3D printer. What's also cool about using a printer to build houses is that it allows the builders to be more creative in the design. For example, the house we're talking about, that was the house built for a family in France, had a unique shape that allowed the house to curve around 100-year-old trees on the lot that are protected from being chopped down. At the end of 2022, there were 129 3D printed buildings worldwide, with about 30% of them being in North America. 3D printed houses are becoming more and more popular because they are so much easier and cheaper to make compared to the traditional houses. It might not be long before millions of 3D printed homes start popping up. That's so neat! I don't know if I'm ready to live in a 3D printed house, but I'm super interested in seeing one be built. I don't know. I might get bored after a couple of hours.
Well, that's a wrap for this week's episode.
Thanks so much for listening to this week's podcast, number 263, on 3D printers.
Great job, Olivia and Noah, and great job, Irene and Jojo, for giving us an episode topic suggestion that can never be copied, not even with the 3D printer. Join us next week when we will get curious about rainforests for listeners in Idaho, Virginia, Illinois, and California. As always, thank you so much for listening and getting curious with us.